Hello, everybody. Welcome to Justin Attempts to Predict the Democratic Primary. Very horribly. Part 6, I think. I'm filming this back to back, so I lost count of what we're at right now. And we also left off in the middle of one of the primary days, April 4th, because we did Alaska and we didn't have time to finish the rest of them. Just to recap, we gave Joe Biden an incredible lead. He has a lead of 60-some delegates, but that's because we've already more or less filled up the Deep South, which is Biden's core support. Senator Sanders has the chance to catch up, but more than half of the delegates have already been allocated. So let's go. Hawaii, this went to Sanders last time. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't go to him again. He won it by a pretty sizable margin in 2016. And even if Warren pulls off the spoiler effect and takes away 20-some points, he will probably still emerge victorious. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't get a victory there. So it's much more competitive than what 538 predicted, which was massive Biden sweeps across the country. But then again, I'm bad at this. I'm just doing this for shits and giggles. So, Louisiana. This is Biden's last Deep South state that he can rely on. It is possible that Sanders or Warren, or by some miracle of nature, Pete Buttigieg does break one of these barrier states that Biden has that give him this delegate lead. Is it likely? I don't think so. But anything can happen. Wyoming. This went to Sanders, but something like that, yeah. Sorry, Buttigieg. But at this point, Buttigieg should be so bummed out due to lack of momentum that his victories will start getting more and more negligible. Wisconsin. Oh boy, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's an interesting one. If I remember correctly, this did go to Sanders in 2016. I think it would be something along the lines of Michigan, vote-wise. But again, absolutely no guarantees. This can flip either way. I'm going to give it to Biden, but by the slightest of margins. Wait, did I goof? I did goof. I made a mistake. If anyone caught this, Wyoming's a caucus. Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I gave someone up to 15%. Okay. Up next, we have Connecticut. So now we're going to fill in the New England states, the Atlantic coast. And these ones should be a little closer between Biden and Warren. Oh, there's no Connecticut. We can look at, is there a good, we can look at, no, we can't really look at Massachusetts for this. We can look at Maine, kind of. Warren does slightly better, but again, there's a lack of polling data from these states. So, do I want to give it to Biden? Could he win it? He could definitely win it. And I do think Warren has a slightly better chance than Sanders of winning them, despite being pretty far behind in the delegate count. However, these are also a lot more white and white-collar states, and so I'm not discounting Buttigieg's chances either. Not of winning. He's definitely not winning any of these states, but of getting close to victory. Not close to victory, but building up something like this, where he gets 20% of the vote. Delaware, Joe Biden is from Delaware. He's incredibly popular there. He was senator there for 30-some years. There's no way he loses this. Something like this, actually. Buttigieg should overshoot. So, just demographically, it favors Buttigieg. Not by that much. He's not beating Sanders or Warren. Maryland, If we look at the polling data for Maryland, nothing reliable. This is an old poll. Just demographically, there's no reason it shouldn't favor Joe Biden. It's like the Deep South with the high African American population that just currently Joe Biden has under lockdown. I don't see any reason why anyone but Biden should take this. It is possible that Biden loses his grip over these states on the southern coast. Is it likely? Not really, not at this point. What did I do wrong? I goofed somewhere. Something like this. Okay. So Biden has already surpassed the 1,000 delegate threshold. Up next is New York. This is the last super big draw of delegates, aside from Pennsylvania and kind of New Jersey. But this is the last super big one. And who wins New York? Well, if Bloomberg was still in this race, he might get something, but I doubt it. So let's take a look at what 538 has to say with their data. Again, old poll, old numbers. This was more or less during Warren's plateau. I see it going something like this, where I don't see Buttigieg doing too badly. There are a lot of richer white-collar workers in New York who might be attracted to Buttigieg, and it would look something like this. How well Sanders does depends on how well he can improve on his performance in New York compared to 2016. Can he win? I don't think so. But he's already hit the 1,000 delegate threshold. So he's, something along the lines of that. I have about 2.5 minutes before the Indicam shuts me off. Pennsylvania. This would play out like a mix of a high African American vote in the Philadelphia area, similar to the South. And then this part of the state is more blue-collar, similar to Ohio and Michigan. Either way, it does favor Joe Biden, not by nearly as big of a margin, but it does favor him. So something like that. And already we start to see Biden have a much more substantial lead. The chances for Sanders to catch up are dwindling. I'm trying not to show my political preferences here, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I don't think I've shown who I support. I'm just trying to go to be as objective as possible with this. Rhode Island should play out a similar way as Connecticut. Don't see any reason why it shouldn't. And then we move on into May. So this is the state of the race by May. What did I do? I zoomed out too much. I wanted to show the complete map. There we are. So I'm going to stop this here. In the next video, I think we'll be on part 7. We'll be moving into May. The race should be dying down to a close. I think if Warren drops out at any time, it will be now. If Buttigieg drops out any time, it will be now, unless he stays until Indiana. I'll let him stay until Indiana. Then he can drop out. But Biden has a sizable lead over Bernie Sanders, although, again, if it comes down to convention, the Democratic convention, it will be a pretty close race unless Biden picks up a lot of delegates over here. So I will see you guys in the next video when we will be in May.